never leave me again. Slobbery kisses were a must as these two were finally reunited in this sweet moment. Oh,
it's so lovely to see you.
Have you ever lost a beloved pet and wondered if you would ever see them again? The bond between humans and animals is incredibly strong, and the thought of being separated from our furry friends can be heartbreaking. But what if I told you that there are countless stories of animals being reunited with their owners after years apart? In this video, we will share the heartwarming stories of animals who have found their way back to their owners after years of being lost, and some beautiful and emotional moments of pet owners and furry friends reuniting after ages. Wolves are often seen as scary and sometimes deadly, and for good reason. However, Annika doesn't see them that way. It's true that wolves are wild animals, but if they accept you as part of their pack, you can experience life like Annika's. She's part of a wolf pack at a wildlife reserve in Norway, where she's fully trusted into their pack. She howls with them, receives kisses and face licks from her pack members, pats them, and spends quality time with them. Unfortunately, there are only 100 wolves left in Norway, which is why Annika hopes to show that these magnificent creatures are often misunderstood, mislabeled, and deserve protection and the freedom to repopulate areas they once thrived in. Has your pet ever surprised you with their intelligence or memory? Share your stories in the comments. Another story we have is of Tyler, who found a puppy alone during his deployment in Syria. He took in a small puppy named Daisy, who was found alone next to her deceased sibling by an explosive. Tyler made a home for Daisy in an old turkey cage and fed her canned sausages and pork. Daisy brought comfort and companionship to Tyler during his tough deployment, and he grew attached to her. When Tyler realized he couldn't say goodbye to Daisy, he reached out to the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals International for help. After being separated for 3 months, they made it possible for Tyler and Daisy to be reunited. When Daisy arrived, Tyler was overwhelmed with emotion, and the two were finally reunited. Tyler was grateful to have Daisy back in his life and was excited to give her the love and care she deserved. It's a feel-good story for the ages. Do you think pets can bring comfort during difficult times? Hold on, is that a lion giving a hug? Believe it or not, this heartwarming reunion isn't between a trainer and a performing cat. This big guy is showing gratitude to the man who saved his life. This man you see here, who is hugging with lion cub or playing with this huge beast while a leopard sitting next to it and cuddling this baby leopard, is Eduardo Serio, or his friends call him Eddie, and has been rescuing animals for decades. He tirelessly built a sanctuary called the Black Jaguar White Tiger Foundation, a safe haven for these magnificent creatures. What do you think? Can sanctuaries be a real solution for rescued big cats? Share your thoughts in the comments. This man had been in the hospital for a long time, and when he came back, his dog did not recognize him at first. Later, the dog sniffed him, and it was a whole other story. You could see how happy the dog was, cuddling and licking his owner. Let's dive with sharks. Are you ready? Well, I am not, but this lady is. Her name is Christina Zanato, who helped over 300 sharks by removing fishing hooks from their mouths. She is called the Mother of Sharks and has been diving in the same location in the Bahamas for 26 years and has built a strong relationship with a group of sharks, allowing her to recognize and interact with them individually. Christina takes people on one-on-one dives to educate them about shark behavior and to facilitate interactions with Caribbean reef sharks. Sharks even show affection towards Christina by nuzzling up to her stomach, back, or leg and falling asleep. This level of trust and acceptance from these magnificent creatures is a privilege that Christina cherishes deeply. Isn't it amazing how these magnificent creatures have developed such trust and affection for Christina? This black-faced spoonbill Dungji was rescued by this kind man after being abandoned for being weak. Man took it upon himself to nurse him back to health, creating a bond that would last a lifetime. The man faced the bittersweet moment of releasing him to a group of his peers for adaptation. Days passed, and the man visited the bird again after a long absence. Dungji's reaction was heartwarming. The bird clearly missed the man. As Bird grew bigger, Man created an environment similar to nature and provided live prey, teaching Dungji essential hunting skills. After several attempts, he learned to hunt on his own. Next, the man began flight training, and Dungji quickly mastered flying. The Korean Bird Research Center advised that Dungji needed to be separated from Man and adapted to nature before being released. Dungji had become too familiar with humans, posing a challenge for integration with other black-faced spoonbills. Despite initial difficulties, Dungji slowly integrated into the group and adjusted to his new surroundings. Watch a penguin recognize his owner on the street and waddle over for a big hug. This cute moment shows how strong the bond is between animals and their humans. Have you ever heard of a penguin who visits a man every year? This is a heartwarming story of a South American Magellanic penguin named Jinjing and his remarkable bond with João Pereira de Souza, a 70-year-old part-time fisherman from Brazil. João found Jinjing on his local beach covered in oil and close to death. The penguin was unable to move, and João took him in, cleaned the oil off his feathers, and nursed him back to health with a diet of fish. After a week, João released Jinjing back into the wild near a nearby island. To João's surprise, Jinjing returned the very same day, calling out for him. The penguin stayed with João for another 11 months before leaving, only to return the following year after changing his coat with new feathers. This pattern has continued for several years, with Jinjing traveling up to 5,000 miles to be reunited with João. Jinjing and João share a unique bond. João considers Jinjing as his own child and believes the penguin feels the same way about him. No one else is allowed to touch Jinjing, as he becomes aggressive when others try. The penguin allows João to give him showers, feed him sardines, and even pick him up. Some believe that Jinjing spends the rest of his time breeding off the coast of Argentina and Chile, making the long journey to see João each year. One thing's for sure, no matter the distance, their friendship finds a way. This emotional video is from Beirut after the explosion.
Oh my God.
On August 4th, 2020, one of the largest explosions in history devastated Lebanon. The blast resulted in more than 190 deaths, over 7,000 injuries, and left 300,000 people homeless. The damage was estimated to be in the billions of dollars, and parts of the city were declared a disaster zone. Many pets were lost, injured, or separated from their owners during the blast. Animals Lebanon, a local animal welfare organization, sprang into action to help the affected animals. The organization received over 870 requests for help from people who had lost their pets or found injured animals. A team of volunteers worked tirelessly to search for and rescue animals, providing veterinary care to over 412 animals. They also took in 139 animals at their shelter and reunited 125 lost animals with their guardians. The organization distributed over 8,400 kilograms of food to affected animals. The efforts of Animals Lebanon brought hope and joy to many pet owners who were reunited with their beloved pets. This sheep absolutely loves cuddles and kisses, as you can see how she asks this lady for hugs and kisses. And here you can see the same woman kissing this peaceful creature, or playing and hugging this goat. Why do animals love her so much? Her name is Cara Jade, and she is an animal rights activist who loves to rescue animals from poor conditions. She has saved several animals from being slaughtered, from horses to sheep, cats, mice, and chickens. You should check out her Instagram to see her relationship with these animals and how she takes care of them. This heartwarming reunion between a pit bull and its owner, who was in a terrible car crash and stayed in hospital for a long period of time. Chance Patterson had many broken bones, but Izzy only hurt his toe. After being apart for weeks, Chance and Izzy met again. Izzy was so happy to see Chance that he covered him in slobbery kisses, and both were filled with joy. Hugging fully grown lion, playing football with them, and spending quality time with hyenas, this man here is called the Lion Whisperer for a reason. This man, Kevin Richardson, also known as the Lion Whisperer, has dedicated his life to working with African lions, black leopards, spotted hyenas, and striped hyenas. Despite the dangers of working with these animals, Richardson has built a strong bond with them, having slept next to, fed, and lived with them. Kevin Richardson has done some truly amazing work with lions, and this work continues today on his wildlife sanctuary in South Africa. The focus of this sanctuary remains not only on lions, but also on other carnivores native to the land. His mission is to raise public awareness of the danger these animals face through tactics like education, social media, and tourism. Hyenas are fascinating creatures, and if you don't believe me, take a look at this hyena playing and taking a bath with a man. Like Kevin Richardson, this man also spends a lot of time with hyenas and big cats. His name is Dean Schneider, a 30-year-old Swiss guy who has dedicated his entire life to the animal world. He has a YouTube channel with nearly 10 million subscribers where he shares videos like how to cuddle a lion. He considers himself a member of the lion pride and spends a lot of time sleeping and playing with them. He calls the hyenas his wives and has 2 monkeys whom he calls his children. His work with animals is truly astonishing, and he is proud of what he does. While talking about monkeys, this capuchin monkey named Xander is like a grandson to this old lady. She took care of him, but the woman had to go away for a few weeks. When she came back, the monkey's reaction was priceless. It showed how much he had missed the old grandma. Hugging her non-stop and getting soft pats on the back made him feel at home. He just kept hugging the grandma for a long, long time, showing how much he missed her. Grandma clearly has spoiled him. That baby was happier than any human grandchild. He was throwing himself at her, so darned adorable. A lion emerges from the bushes to play and hug a man who looks like Tarzan. This man, Cody, is a real-life Tarzan who has spent most of his life surrounded by extraordinary animals, including lions, tigers, elephants, and chimpanzees. By spending a lot of time with these animals, Cody shares exceptional moments with them. Swimming with tigers, eating with chimps, hand-feeding the king of the jungle from baby bottles, deep diving with hyenas, and opening doors for dozens of lions and tigers. This guy truly lives each moment of his life like a fantasy movie. Raised like Mowgli, Cody's upbringing was far from ordinary. This extraordinary childhood shaped his understanding and respect for the animal kingdom. Cody's commitment to animals goes beyond admiration. It's his life's mission. He communicates with them effortlessly and has dedicated himself to their well-being. His journey as the real-life Tarzan is a powerful reminder of the profound connection humans can have with wildlife. Sometimes all we need is a hug, just like this swan here. Nigel Marven is a wildlife filmmaker, writer, and conservationist who has an owl named Digger.
This is Digger.
He spent a lot of time with his owl, and they grew fond of each other. Then, Nigel had to leave for 3 months for work and other commitments. When he came back, he thought Digger must have forgotten about him, but to his surprise, the bond was as strong as it was before. This tiny koala, Joey named Johnny, has won the hearts of everyone with his love for cuddles. Whenever his favorite zookeepers are nearby, Johnny seizes the moment, snuggling up to her with the most adorable enthusiasm. His soft fur and bright eyes make each cuddle session a delightful experience for both Johnny and the zookeepers. This little koala's affectionate nature has made him a star at the zoo, spreading joy and warmth with every hug. Who doesn't know Mike Tyson, one of the greatest heavyweight champions, known as Iron Mike? But what's fascinating is that this man also had a white Bengal tigress named Kenya. Mike often played with her and spent a lot of money to feed and maintain her health. They had many memorable moments together, like playing in his yard and lounging around his house. However, Mike later had to give Kenya up because he couldn't give her the attention she needed, and she was becoming difficult to control. One significant incident was when Kenya tried to eat a neighbor's dog. That's when Mike decided to let her go back to the wild, where she belonged. After parting with Kenya, Mike felt the need for companionship, so he brought in a pooch named Mars. Mars filled the gap left by Kenya, and Mike can often be seen boxing with him. This new companionship helped Mike cope with the loss of Kenya, and he created many new moments with Mars, just like he had with his tigress. Man sues a woman for claiming ownership of his dog, with the woman insisting she bought the dog from someone on the street. Frustrated with the argument, Judge Judy decides to bring the dog into the courtroom to let it decide who its real owner is. When the dog is brought in, it immediately runs to the man, confirming that he is its true owner. The emotional reunion brings tears to the eyes of the show's hosts, who can't help but be moved by the touching moment. Allow me to introduce you to Kiara and her best friend, Adolfo. Adolfo raised Kiara from a young cub, caring for her every need with great dedication. In those early days, Kiara lived in Adolfo's house, where they played and cuddled, creating a strong bond. However, as Kiara grew into a majestic lioness, Adolfo realized she needed a more suitable home. Reluctantly, he decided to move Kiara to a wildlife sanctuary, knowing it was best for her. The separation was tough for both Adolfo and Kiara, who had grown very fond of each other. Years went by, and Adolfo got busy with his own family. But after 7 long years, he finally visited Kiara at the sanctuary. The reunion was incredible. Kiara immediately recognized Adolfo and embraced him, showing love and affection rarely seen between lions and humans. Their reunion was filled with hugs, cuddles, and gentle love bites, proving their deep bond. It was clear Kiara had missed Adolfo a lot, making this reunion even more heartwarming. Donkeys are one of the most underrated animals. They deserve all the love and affection. They love cuddles and gentle pats just like any other animal, and here in this video, this donkey is getting the attention it deserves. Just like donkeys, elephants are also gentle giants who show love and affection to their human friends. These magnificent creatures are known for their intelligence, empathy, and strong social bonds. In the video, you can see an elephant demonstrating its affectionate nature, interacting tenderly with its human companion. This is the story of the incredible friendship between the Tiger King of Indonesia, Abdullah, and his majestic companion, Mulan. Abdullah became Mulan's caretaker when she was only 3 months old, and their bond has strengthened over time. They enjoy playful activities, sleep peacefully together, and engage in friendly play fights. Abdullah's dedication to Mulan's well-being is truly amazing. He loves spending time with this majestic tiger, defying conventional ideas about human-animal relationships. Their friendship is a beautiful example of love and understanding, showing that real connections can be made between humans and animals. Sonia is a bear who is completely in love with her human friend, Jonathan. He has cared for her since she was a cub, earning her deep trust. Jonathan recalls that when Sonia was little, she would try to climb up under his shirt to snuggle. Now that she's much bigger, he has to tuck his shirt in to stop her from attempting the same thing. Despite her size, the bond between them remains just as strong and heartwarming as ever. Which one of these beautiful moments did you enjoy the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our channel to stay updated on more inspiring stories and content like this. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.